If I could grab you 5 minutes before you bought your first multifamily property, I'd probably tell you to slow down. Not to kill your momentum, but to protect you. Because what you do before you buy determines everything that happens after you close. Once you sign those papers, every mistake you made on the front end becomes permanent. The roof you didn't check, the tenants you didn't verify, the numbers you didn't question. They don't just cost you money, they cost you confidence. And once you lose confidence in this game, everything gets harder. I've seen it over and over again. Investors think the goal is to buy, but buying is the easy part. The hard part is making sure that what you buy actually performs. Because the second that property is yours, every crack, every missing dollar, and every oversight shows up like a neon sign screaming at you, you should have caught this. Most people get burned in real estate, not because the deal was bad, but because they were unprepared. They rush in on emotion, not execution. They see a listing, feel the pressure, run some quick numbers, and convince themselves it's close enough. But close enough is what sinks portfolios. In multifamily, near misses still cost 6 figures. Now, when I bought my first multifamily, I didn't get lucky, I got ready. I wasn't guessing, I was intentional. I had my buy box locked in. Property size, submarket, tenant profile, renovation budget, and exit strategy. I knew my lender, my contractor, and even my refinance plan before I made the offer. Every number was tested and every scenario was modeled. And because of that preparation, I didn't just survive my first deal, I crushed it. Within 120 days of closing, I executed a full cash out refinance. I pulled every single dollar I invested back out of the property and then some. And that's an infinite return. And here's the key. It wasn't because I found a miracle property. It was because I followed a system I've since refined, perfected, and put into a simple roadmap for others. The same one inside of my free 12-step mini course. It's the exact plan that took me from broke and buried in debt to over $6 million in multifamily holdings without partners or syndications. The link's below if you want to get it, but keep listening because what I'm about to say could save you from years of wasted time and money. Here's the truth. You don't lose money because real estate is risky. You lose money because you bought without clarity. You bought something you didn't fully understand. And this business punishes ignorance faster than almost any other. Clarity means knowing exactly what you want before you look at a single listing. It means saying no to 90% of the deals because only 10% actually fit your plan. Most people think the pros have access to secret deals. They don't. They just have filters and discipline. They know their buy box so well that they can glance at a property and instantly say yes or no. When you build that kind of discipline, the game changes. You stop chasing deals and start attracting them. Because every broker, every lender, every wholesaler knows exactly what you want, and when a deal fits, your phone starts ringing first. People always tell me, I just want to get my feet wet. And I tell them, that's exactly how people drowned. You don't need to get your feet wet. You need to know where the ground is before you jump in. That's what preparation gives you, ground to stand on. I remember when I was analyzing that first deal, everyone around me said I was overthinking it. Just buy it, man, you'll figure it out later. But I knew later is when people lose, so I did the opposite. I slowed down and I studied every line item. I walked the property multiple times. I talked to the tenants that were there. I checked the utility bills and then I verified the rents. And because I did that, I knew exactly what the building could become. I didn't just buy an address, I bought a plan. That plan is what allowed me to refinance in 120 days and pull all of my capital back out. That's how you create infinite returns, by doing finite work up front. And I'm not saying this to flex. I'm saying this because I want you to understand what's possible when you take this seriously. Most people never get to that level because they're guessing. They think success is about finding the right deal, when in reality it's about becoming the right operator. Before you buy, you need to know, what's your buy box? What's your stabilization plan? What is your exit strategy? Because if you don't define these 3 things before you close, the market will define them for you. And trust me, the market doesn't care about your goals. The best investors I know all do the same boring, unsexy work first before they buy. They stress test deals, they overestimate expenses, they underwrite rent growth conservatively, and they plan for bad months before they ever count on the good ones. They don't rely on luck, they rely on math and management. And here's the crazy part. That discipline actually makes you move faster. When you're clear, decisions become automatic. You're not paralyzed by analysis, you're empowered by it. Because clarity creates speed in this game. So many people think they need to move fast to win in real estate. But speed without clarity is just panic in disguise. You want to move with precision, not pressure. The difference between amateurs and professionals is that pros move slowly at the start so they can move lightning fast later. Look, I've seen both sides of this industry. I've seen people hit home runs, and I've seen others blow up spectacularly. And the difference always comes down to one thing: preparation. The market will always reward those who respect it, and it will punish those who try to skip the steps. Every deal I've done since that first one has followed the same rhythm: preparation, purchase, performance, payoff. You can't skip the first step and expect to reach the last. When I teach this stuff, I always tell my students, your first deal isn't about getting rich, it's about getting it right. If you get it right, the wealth follows automatically, because the systems you build on that first deal are the same systems that scale the next 5. And that's why I put everything I know into the free 12-step mini course. It's not theory, it's the actual process that took me from being in debt to owning millions in multifamily. It walks you through every part of the journey: finding, funding, fixing, refinancing, and repeating that process. It gives you the exact buy box worksheet I still use today, the off-market scripts that got my first deal, the refinance checklist my lenders now expect from me, and the weekly scorecard that I use to track performance across every property. It's 100% free, and I built it so you never have to guess again. Because here's the bottom line. In multifamily, you don't get paid for effort. You get paid for execution. And execution starts long before you buy. So before you buy, slow down. Ask hard questions. Get uncomfortable. And make sure the property you're buying aligns with the vision you're building. Don't buy for status. Don't buy for your ego. Buy because the deal moves you closer to freedom. The investors who last in this business aren't the ones who chase hype. They're the ones who master fundamentals. And if you're willing to master those fundamentals, the sky isn't the limit, it's the baseline. Every great deal starts with the same decision: preparation. That's what gets you out of survival mode and into wealth mode. That's what gives you infinite returns, just like my first deal did. And that's exactly what I want for you. So here's your next move. Get the free 12-step mini course below. It's the roadmap that I built from the trenches, the one that got me out of debt and into a $6 million portfolio. It'll show you how to find, fund, and operate multifamily properties the right way before you ever buy. It's free and it will save you years of mistakes and frustration. And before you go, if this video hit home, do me a favor. Like the video so more people can find it. Subscribe to the channel because I'm dropping an entire series breaking down this playbook step by step, everything that I wish someone taught me when I first started. And drop a comment letting me know what you wish you'd known before your first deal or what's holding you back from your next one. I read every comment personally and I use them to plan for future videos. Because I don't just want to talk about multifamily, I want to help you master it. So take the first step, get the roadmap, and prepare before you buy.